Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Play Level 20, where we're going to be testing out Gale Force 9's game of Kobold Madness. I'm joined by Justin and Shay, and we will be attempting to stop a terrible fighter from gaining the few remaining XP they require to get to level 20 through devilish, dastardly means and dropping stalactites on his head.
Yes.
So, it's an interesting little game for 2 to 6 players. When you get up to 4 to 6 players, it changes up slightly. You get an additional hero and a few of the other mechanics change. But it's still relatively simple. We are kobolds. We have limited movement. We also have some kobold treasure cards and then ferocity.
That does not sound right for a kobold.
No, not the slightest.
You've never met kobolds then. So these help us in a couple of ways. First off, your ferocity can be spent to hide. It's called taking cover. It means you can't be targeted, although you can still be stepped on. So don't do that. They can also be used to give you additional movement points. As it is, the game plays, we have 2 movement points each, and our opponent has 5 pride. When they lose all 5 pride, or when there's only 1 kobold left standing, the game comes to an abrupt end with 1 kobold left as the savior. So we really just have to spend our time dodging a knight as they attempt to go for our head and getting him to stamp on our friends instead, because there can only be 1 winner. So setup is fairly simple. These are all junk piles. They do not prevent movement. So we can walk through them freely, as can the knight. We also can go scavenging through it, and we can choose when we scavenge to either look for ferocity or for loot tokens to give us some more kobold treasure. You are the first player, Justin.
Yes, so I think there's a specific location I have to be placed on the board. There's a little map in our booklet, yeah?
Yeah, so you go on to number 1.
Okay.
And because we go clockwise, Shay will be playing the black kobold, and you will be on space number 2.
Number
over
2.
Here.
Over there.
And I'm playing the mighty white, and I'll be over here.
Of course, Jeremy gets the best placement.
I don't get the best placement. It could have gone in any order at all. I just get a placement. You know, it's just how these things go. You must use all your movement. You cannot sacrifice any just because you feel like it. And we'll deal with the fighter when the fighter's turn comes round at the end of the kobold phase. So, Justin, you're up first.
Okay. Well, the first thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1 of my movement points to search through some junk to see if I can find myself a tasty treat. So I believe I spend that and take 1 of these, yeah?
Yeah, I think you have to be on the tile to do it. It's not adjacent.
Well, if I have to, I will move on to it.
Yes.
So I have found myself. Ooh, that's rather nice. That's rather nice. That's all I can do unless I want to spend ferocity to do more. I don't think I do right now.
No?
No, I'm
Job.
okay. I'm okay.
Understandable.
Fighter's far away.
Onto yourself.
On me.
Shay. Yeah.
I'm going to do very much the same as Justin. I'm going to move 1 onto that and give it a search. So I am. For a wee card. Okay. Right, we'll have that. We'll have that. No ferocity for me either.
No? Right.
You going to go whole hog, Jerry? Yeah.
Well, you know.
All the ferocity.
Why not? So I'm going to go, well, I can move through you actually, so I might just move through you.
Okay. Like a dose of salts.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 by spending a ferocity token. And then 4 to search it for more ferocity, which will give me my 2 back that I didn't have. And then, yeah, I'll go 2 more to there, which will cost me some more. 1 more to search, and I'm going to search for ferocity again.
Now, question.
Yes.
Spending the ferocity,
Yes.
is it able to be it's just spent as a movement, or you can spend it as the search as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because searching is just a movement point.
Okay, fair enough.
There's no specific special other points for it. So, yeah.
Bouncing around like a pinball round.
It's denial of resources. You know, that's how that one goes.
Yeah, sure.
Wow.
Okay, fighter. So the first thing the fighter does is he selects a target for the turn. He has a 180-degree line of sight from the back of him. So In this case, the entire map is in play. And then it is just a case of who is closest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 away.
Oh.
Ooh, a tie. The person who moved first gets it in the case of a tie.
Oh.
So in this case, it will be you. And his movement is a bit interesting. He has 4 movement points. The first thing he has to do is he always turns 90 in a move. So he can only move forward and turn. And he always does his turns first, but he can move diagonally. So he'll pay a point of movement to turn. He will then move diagonally until he's in a straight run with you. 1, 2, 3. So that's his 4 turns used up. Now he's in a straight line. If he had any more, he would just go forward until he hits you. And that movement is important because when you start to play traps, like mossy patches on the floor or dropping stalagmites or poisonous fuse and stuff, he always moves in that way. He will always turn first, then move diagonally until he's in line and then go straight forward. So you can plan where you're going to be and what way he will come at you. But that's the end of that turn. First player token then moves across to Shay.
Oh, my, thank you very much.
Yep. So
Unbelievable.
onto yourself then, young man.
What cards have I got? I didn't even look at them.
Didn't even look at them. Why would you not even look at them?
I'm a kobold. I'm very disorganized.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Can we move diagonally?
You can move diagonally, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, okay. Let's go 1, 2 onto that.
Yes, I'm with you.
Then let's go...
Spend 1 to search it.
Yeah, 1 to search it, just so I can get it back.
Okay. Again, denial of resources to
Exactly.
the opponents.
Exactly.
Kobolds are going to die soon, boys.
Then we just spend 2 to move, 1, 2, get the 2 back with a search.
Yes.
Then I'm going to go 1, 2, spend the last one to get 2 back.
Yes.
Which leaves me with 2.
There's the pile there. Yep.
That's not the best place to be.
It's not a great place, no.
Well, you are both behind him.
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
So if he can't see you because you're behind him, he'll target whoever's closest in his front arc. If there's nobody in his front arc, he will turn round.
Yep.
So you can use that for your own shenanigans. If he does turn around, though, you are within 2, and that could be painful.
Yes, very much good.
So me then. Dee. Okay. I'm just going to go 1, 2 to there.
Oh, I see.
Well, I need cover.
Apparently so.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. And Justin, for yourself?
I'm going to do something a little bit funny because I want to see how it works. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and I am going to drop some moss. So doing that, the moss goes underneath me.
So you can drop moss.
Is there anything else I want to do? Because playing your cards does not cost you anything.
No, you can play as many cards as you want.
I think I will spend a ferocity for an extra move. So I will move a back one. And then I will place some spoilt food.
Yes.
Which is this, which will go here. And I believe that'll do me.
Okay.
That's all I really want to do.
So that's the end of the Kobolds' moves. And it's now on to the delightful knight. So you are in his front arc.
I am.
So he will go for you first. So the first thing he does is he'll... I don't know if he needs to turn 90 that way.
I don't think he does because he can already see me.
Yeah. So he'll go diagonally, and then he hits the moss. He loses all the rest of his movement. So he has no more movement points left. However, he slides 2 in the direction he was going first. So he'll kill you.
He won't because I have the rock tunnel.
Okay.
Which means when he moves into my space, I believe I can place myself anywhere around him.
Yes, anywhere within 1, but not the space he's just vacated.
Yes, so I will place myself just get out to the side here.
And then because he's hit the spoiled food, he will end his movement there and also lose 1 pride. So one of these will go away for having eaten something nasty and koboldy. Now, interesting, because you can chain moss.
Fling him into a wall.
Pretty much, yeah.
No, so normally he would go for another spot, but because he hits the spoiled food and it says he ends his movement there, presumably he then ends his movement there. And because he's got spoiled food, which is over there, we'll put that by him. He has 2 less movement points next turn as well.
Oh. Well, I mean, the
Because
spoiled food is under him.
Yes, but once he eats that,
All right.
well, that's right, yeah. Once he eats that, it goes away.
Okay. That's fair enough.
So as long as we remember then, he's got 2 movement points next turn.
So, damn it, I dropped my lunch.
Yeah, terrible, terrible thing. I'll take the first player token from Shay.
Must be.
It's not bad. You know, I like it.
I enjoyed the last one.
Yeah. It's all good. All good in the hood. The only problem with this is we've burnt half the board's worth of stuff, and so far he's only lost one doohickey, so it's never great. But what can you do? Now, let me see.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
He is. Oh, no, he's not. You're still in his line of sight,
Oh, I am.
currently.
No.
Yeah. So.
We're going to fix that.
I assume the moss stays in place. It's just a slidey patch that
Yeah,
goes there.
it's
They didn't
literally
decide to
he
lift
just
it.
skids on it.
So. There you go. 1, 2 to there. Spend 1 of my ferocity to take a 3rd card. Normally you could pick 2, but your hand size is capped at 3. So I will remain there.
Oh, no, it's only draw 1. It's gain 2 ferocity or draw 1 card.
All right, that's okay.
Okay. All
Not
done?
that it matters. Hand's capped at 3 anyway.
Fine.
Yep.
So I will go 1, 2 here, and then drop 1 to search, and I'll grab myself a little kobold treasure.
If we do.
Oh, very lovely. In fact, how do I use that?
On me then?
That's a surprising alarm.
Haven't really got much I could do, to be honest.
We're all fairly safe at the moment.
For the moment, yes.
For the moment.
For the moment. I'm going to place down a moss where I am, in case we can eventually get him to slide.
Into a wall.
There. Yeah.
Well, if you come at you that way, he'll go into the wall. If he goes into the wall, he loses pride as well for slipping and going headfirst into a wall.
Yeah, I mean, quite embarrassing.
Bit ashen faced. Crimson faced? I don't know. I'm going to go. I don't really like being this close to him. I mean, Justin is closer.
Remember, he's not. In fact, everybody's now on his back. So it's going to cost him 2, so he's not moving from that spot next turn. He is stuck there.
True, but I do have to spend my movement.
You do have to spend it, yeah.
So I'm literally just going to go 1, 2.
Okay. Makes sense.
You two are just hugging each other.
You know,
That's
reverse
fine.
card.
There's safety in numbers. I'm going to give you that.
Exactly.
And then we'll very quickly do the super fast turn for him.
Yeah.
He will turn 180, which will
Eat his
cost him his movement. And that's it. And Justin, back to you for the next turn.
Yes. So, I think what I want to do is I'm going to go 1, 2 and burn that to grab another treasure. Just because I need some resource. Okay, can work with that.
Shay?
Let's go with a 1, 2, and 1 ferocity to pick a treasure. Oh, I can. I did spend 1. Okay. And that's me.
Grand Fab Groovy. So. Okay. Going to go to there for the princely sum of 2. And then I'm going to play spoiled food of my own.
Oh.
To pop it on there. Now, I'm going to burn a ferocity to search for more ferocity. It can go away, and I'll get 2 of those. And then for my final trick, I'm going to spend 1 of those newly gained ferocities to step to the side. And then...
Onto him.
Yeah, onto the knight. So, the delightful knight will go forward onto the mossy patch, slide 2 past me, and hit some spoiled food, causing him more pride loss, and ending his turn. And Shay will get the first turn marker then.
I will indeed.
Give me that.
He's a bit close for my liking.
Is he
Don't
then?
like him being there. Oh, I don't have an awful lot of movement either.
You've kind of burnt your ferocity.
Oh yeah. But you know, we live and we learn. I'm gonna go 1, 2, and spend my last ferocity to get 2. You already knew it.
Yeah, I knew where that was going. The interesting thing is you're still in his front arc,
Oh yes, I am.
unless you choose to spend one of those newly garnished things. But even then, will that be enough to escape?
This could be a really, really risky move.
Yes.
And it will probably get me killed.
Risky moves are tight. You should definitely do them.
It will probably get me killed. But you know what? I'm going to spend 1 of my ferocity to move to there and put a stalactite on him.
Oh, another pride loss.
Okay, so stalactite drops from the ceiling onto his head. It will knock his pride down. It also will put a stalactite under him. So if he goes back into it later on, it will stop him in his tracks. So I'm just going to do that. So we're now stacking them up there.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
only
just
going
going to put the rotten foot on top because
Yeah.
I let leaves first.
So that's unfortunate. The kobold's just pushed a rock on his head.
Wasn't me.
Right, wasn't you?
Definitely not. No.
No.
Then I'm going to put a moss down where I'm standing.
An interesting plan.
Thank you. And it's going to be me.
And that's going to be you.
Yeah.
Positive before I kick off. It's like chess.
We're giving him some nice hugs.
Okay. I am just going to go 1, 2 to there. And then Justin.
Yep. Simple turn for me because I'm out of ferocity, so I'm just going 1, 2 to here. I will see if Shay's cunning plan will work.
Okie dokie. So, Knight, you are in his front arc still.
He skips his next turn because I put a stalactite on him.
Oh, of course. The stalactite is
Cunning
complete skip.
plan.
It's not just the 2 movement for that. So that's excellent.
I'm
So
alive.
the food goes and he goes.
Good thing I read that rule because I almost missed it.
And I get the first player. I know if he runs into it, he stops and hacks them all down if he ends his movement cycle. So for myself then, I'm going to go, let me think. Go 2 to there.
Fair.
And I'm going to put a mossy patch down under me as well while I'm at it.
fun.
Yeah. Just in case he comes in my direction.
And
Justin?
he could double skid
Yes.
going that way,
That's what I'm hoping.
which would be
Right in
highly
the wall.
amusing. All right, all done.
Yep, Justin.
All right, I'm going to spend 1 to search through here. Now, the question is, do I want treasure or ferocity? I think I want ferocity because that is a resource that is very quickly dwindling in our line of work here. So that was 1 and 2, or no, 1. And then for my second, I'm just going to move to the back wall here just so that I'm far away and look very, very small.
Shay.
On me. Again, I'm going to go for a risky move. I'm going to go 1, 2, spend my last ferocity to go 3,
What are you doing, you madman?
and that's me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It's a calculated risk.
It really is.
Okay.
I'm just really bad at math.
Knight then.
Yeah.
So Knight obviously can see you, Shay.
Mm-hmm.
He will activate. He will go your way. He has to go diagonal first, which means he'll go 1, 2,
Skidding back the
3
wall.
into the wall and lose another pride. Bosh. So he is now down to 1 pride. And the first player token goes to Justin.
Okay. I'm actually mildly confused by this, so
Yes,
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2. We don't skid on the moss.
we don't skid on the moss.
3 and 4 with my 2 ferocity. Just to get a better look at what's going on with my crazy little friend.
I'm a genius.
And so that was me as the first player, so it's on to you, Shay.
It's fine. I can finish him off this round, lads. Don't worry. Can I?
You can. If you pick the right place to go to, you definitely can.
Just spin and then go diagonal.
Okay. You're like a knight, little horse
Yeah.
going all over the place.
Just riding a rat.
Dancing.
Yeah, since I'm in that corner, I'm just going to spend that.
Oh no, not our Tower of
Yeah,
Babel.
that's okay. Just to have one of those. Yeah, that's nice. And then my other point of movement, I'm just going to spend over here
Fair.
to have a look and see what's going. And then,
What are you doing, you madman?
yeah, I'm just curious. I'm just stockpiling for the future. And then our knight will turn. He'll see you being the closest target. He'll step this way, ready to polish you off. And then we'll slide bump into the stalactite, which counts as a wall-like thing for the purposes of losing pride.
Yeah.
As he hits that,
Had to do it to him.
you remove the last shay, so you are the savior of the kobolds.
Just a bit.
And the knight will immediately
Scarper.
scarper off.
Having a
Run
bad
away.
day. These kobolds are too clever for me.
Pretend that never happened. Don't tell anyone that ever happened. So there you go.
I actually did have a stalactite that I was planning to use on him to try and do that, but my kobold cowardice had me running off into a corner going, no, we don't like this, which allowed the bravest kobold of all, Shay, to win.
So brave.
Yeah,
So brave.
very brave. It's the way to do it. I just hoovered up all the resources and never got close enough to it.
Yeah.
But I had stuff in my hand that I could have kept a hold of, so I'd spoil food in the tunnel as well in case
Yeah,
you
I
got
had
close.
a tunnel in there. What was your last one, Shay? Because I thought it was a...
A tunnel.
A tunnel.
Just in case.
You had to get it a jail-free
Just in
card.
case I messed up a move, I had to need to hold on to
Yeah.
this.
But there you go. That's,
Well done.
It's a cheap and cheerful game.
Yeah, delightfully light and quick for between games.
I like the fact that you can chain up multiple mossy patches. So we had a couple of places where, with the right positioning, he was going to go for long skids into things like stalactites or walls.
Yeah,
So it's really just a case of getting those combos up there.
yeah, figuring out how to beat his brain.
Yeah. Shocked that nobody got stepped on.
How cowardly is this fighter to be rocking down into kobold tunnels going, oh, I only need a couple more XP. I'm not going to do anything heroic for this. I'm just going to stamp on the smallest, squishiest thing I can find.
No goblins exist.
It's one of those things. We've all been there. We've all leveled up and gone, yeah.
I need to kill one more boar.
Yeah, it's always hunting boars in the forest. It's the way to do it. It makes sense. But there you go. That is Gale Force 9's level 20. If you fancy a light little, I suppose,
It's a little tactical move.
a little tactical movement game is a great way of putting it. It's like a chase game where everybody's trying to avoid being caught,
Tabletop tag.
and everybody's attempting to do the worst to their opponents as well.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. So 100%. Let us know what you think below of being a kobold, whether they should have dog or lizard faces, because that is the eternal question. Until next time, folks. Bye-bye.
We hope you enjoyed this Let's Play. Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.